Good morning, my Dhamma brothers and Dhamma sisters. Today is the 10th of February 2015. My lecture will be on Patthana, investigation chapter. So yesterday we explained about the Dhamma, registration or registering consciousness. That it, according to another translation, retentive consciousness, Dhararamana. Actually, Dhararamana is only resultant state. In some commentaries on Dhamma, explain this Dhararamana as a Piti Bhavanga. Bhavanga Chaita. Bhavanga Chaita is called Piti Bhavanga. Piti Bhavanga means the last Bhavanga. Literally back Bhavanga. Bhavanga Chaita. On the back. So, Piti Bhavanga means last. The last Bhavanga Chaita. It is included in active Chaitas, Viti Chaita. Dhararamana. Normally, Bhavanga Chaita is not a word. Viti Chaita. Viti Chaita, Bhavanga Chaita. Yeah, we can classify it into two, active and passive. Active states walk with the present object. Bhavanga does not walk with the present object. Therefore, it is called passive state. It runs with the former object, not concerning with the present object. Present object through mental door entered and works that object. That is a mental process. Bhavanga Chaita does not concern with the present object. It is a special object, as you know, karma niveda, kati niveda. Obtained the previous life. This cannot be changed. The whole life is the same things. But when the Bhavanga performed as a Dhararamana, it is not according to its nature. It is through the power of jhana, dynamic consciousness. Through the power of jhana chaitas, it is followed the object of jhana. Therefore, no longer can be called as a Bhavanga. Okay, you get it, the meaning? No longer can be called Bhavanga. Because it is an object, it's not normal object. Special object, it is. Followed Jhana Chaita and received or accept the object of jhana. Therefore, it is again we call Dhararamana. Dhararamana means that object that stays with that object. What is that object? That Javana's object. Therefore, retentive consciousness is close to the meaning. Registration is not close to the meaning. Literally, we can say, Dhararamana means resultant consciousness. It runs with the object of Javana. Taking the Javana's object it is an object. Taking the object of Javana as it is object. Therefore, it's can be called Dhararamana. Dhararamana is a normally resultant consciousness. It's a kind of bhavanga chaita, but he is not the object of bhavanga, object of Javana. Therefore, no longer can be called bhavanga. It's called Javana. Sorry, Dhararamana. Any office one perform as a manager, he is a can be called manager. But when he back home, he cooked. Therefore, no longer manager, he is a cook. In his house, he is a cook. According to it is performance, it's a can be called here. So, next point we give Kusala to Jagata. Kutubhya. Object. Ku is object here. Kus object is ku, but subjective consciousness is bhya. Kusalam asadeti abhinandati tan arava rago upajati deiti upajati vichikecha upajati Odajan upajati dominasa upajati akusale nirode vipako dharamanata upajati. That is the point. Okay. Kusala asadeti. One enjoying the wholesome state. Wholesome state arises within him, within one. He enjoyed kusala. In that case, object is kusala, subjective mind is raga, akusala. But not referring to here. No. This former situations are explained. Enjoyed and delighted in kusala. Kusala asadeti vinanadi. One enjoying wholesome state and delighted in it. Tan araba rago upachati. Yeah. Taking kusala as it is object. Lust rises, rago. Deiti, round view rises. Vichikecha upajati, doubt rises. Odaja upajati, mental restlessness arises. Dominance upajati, grief arises. These are situations. Okay? In that case, when akusala becomes ceased, when having ceased akusala, having ceased unwholesome state, the resultant consciousness arises as a dhararamana. As a dhararamana. That is why. Akusale nirodhe vipaka. So after kusala, this vipaka rasada. This akusala is with the object of. This vipaka is the object of kusala. Akusale nirodhe vipaka dharamnata upachati. Then Akasanan chayatana kusalam vinyanan chayatana vipaka sacha kariya sacha aravana bachena bacheyo. You see, according to the object, chapter of object. First you should notice this one. 4 arubhavachara chetas. Okay, 4 arubhavachara chetas, basically 4, because of 4 objects. So, first arubhavachara, the object of first arubhavachara cheta is infinite space. That is a concept, a panyati. The second arubhavachara cheta's object is the first consciousness. That is a real one, Paramatha, Chaita. Second arubhavachara cheta's object is first arubhavachara cheta. That is a called Mahakata object. The third arubhavachara cheta's object is nothingness. Nothingness. That is concept. No real one. No reality. The fourth arubhavachara cheta's object is the third arubhavachara cheta. That is Mahakata. So, the second to the third, the fourth to, or second to the first, the fourth to the third. Referring to that, this one. Okay. Akasanan jayatana kusala. Here, kusala to kutubhya. Kusala to jagata. Object must be kusala. The subjective mind is abhyagata, indeterminate. So vipaka kriya belong to jagata. Accordingly, we will explain. Akasanan jayatana kusala. The wholesome state that is based, wholesome state, jhana, that is based on infinite space, based on infinite space. Infinite space is relate to the resultant, which is based is infinite consciousness, and function, which is based infinite space, infinite consciousness. So, translation will be so long. Therefore, we can use these terms only. Pali terms is easier, I think. The wholesome state of akasanan jayatana, kusala of akasanan jayatana, is related to vinyanan jayatana vipaka and vinyanan jayatana kriya. By the object condition. In that case, akasanan jayatana kusala cheta is object. Vinyanan jayatana vipaka and vinyanan jayatana kriya is a subjective mind. Between them, the relations, the power of object condition. Power of object condition. In the same way, akinchanya yatana kusala nivasanya nasanya yatana vipaka sacha kriya sacha aramana pachena pacheyo. The kusala that kusala belong to Akinjanyayatana is related to Vipaka and Kriya belong to Nivasanya Nasanyayatana Jhana by object condition. In that case, Akinjanyayatana kusala is object. Nivasanya Nasanyayatana Vipaka and Kriya are subjective mind. So, kutubhya. Then the last one, kusala khanda cittopriya jnanasa. Like before, this is not it. Kusala khanda cittopriya jnanasa. Yeah. Belong to Arahant. No, must be belong to Arahant. Chittapriya Jnanasa. Must be Kriya. But not here mentioned as Araha. Araha Mega Otetua Mega Bachavagati like that. Kusala Khanda Chittapriya Jnanasa. One who possesses the one who passes, the others, one who passes the knowledge reading others' mind, to read others' mind. That is within Arahant. It realizes kusala khanda. It read others' kusala khanda. Kusala aggregate. So, kusala khanda cittapriya jnanasa. Wholesome aggregate is related to the knowledge reading others' mind, cittapriya jnana, by object conditions. We should know in this way. Cittapriya jnana. Bobhi kusala khanda bobhi nivasa nosati jnanasa. Must go in this way. Wholesome aggregate. Wholesome aggregate is related to the knowledge of bobhi nivasa. Nosati. Former life existence, remembrance, former knowledge of remembrance of former life existence, bobhi nivasa, by object condition. Kusala khanda yatha kamubhaka jnanasa. Like before, no? Wholesome aggregates are related to the knowledge of yatha kamubhaka jnana. According to karma, rebirth, every rebirth in this life. Kusala khanda anagata sanyanasa. The wholesome aggregates are related to the knowledge of anagatansa. Future, part of future. Knowing part of future. Here, this point is more awachanaya. Jnanasa awachanaya. Awachana also, awachana is two. Panchadara vachana, manodara vachana. Here manodara vachana. Awachana means attentive consciousness. Attentive consciousness belong to function. Therefore, kusala khanda is object. Attentive consciousness, kusala khanda is object. Object is a kusala. Object is kusala. Awachana, attentive consciousness, is abhyagata, kubhya, through object conditions. Okay, this is said in this way. Let us move on next point. Similar this one. And next point, akusalo dhammo akusala sa dhammasa aramana pachena pacha. Here, object is akusala. Subjective mind also akusala. Both are akusala. So, general point is started given. Akusala state or unwholesome state is related to the other unwholesome state by object condition. Going into detail, raga asadeti abhinanati tan arava rago upachati deti upachati vijikesha upachati udacha upachati Dhaunasa upachati. Yeah. One enjoys craving. One enjoys craving and delight in it. In that case, raga enjoys another raga. One have attachment. Now, attachment is coming to be. After that, consider that attachment. Another enjoying coming to be like that. Enjoy to enjoy. Former enjoys object. Later enjoys the subject. Delight also. He delight his delight. So raga asadeti abhinanati. You see, one rejoices last. One rejoices last and delighted in it. Then arava raga upachati. Taking enjoyment, taking that last, taking that last as a object, taking that last as a object. Another last coming to be than arava raga obesity. That is the meaning raga arava raga obesity. Raga arava raga obesity. What to say? Taking raga as a object, another raga coming to be. What to say this way? Not only raga. For example, you see one have a craving for something. Oh, my craving, very strong. My craving, very strong. He prays his craving, his attachment. My attachment is not like that. My sanyojana is not like others' sanyojana. My love is not others' love. So, enjoyed his love. So that is a raga arava raga upachati. Deti upachati, round view, referring to raga. So that is my atta. That is a permanent entity. Permanent entity, that is my atta. Thinks in this way. Deti upachati. That is also must follow the word tan arava daithi upachati. Taking that the raga as a object, wrong view arises. Tan arava vichikecha upachati. No, taking raga as a object, doubt arises. Tan arava udacha upachati. Taking raga as a object, mental restlessness arises. Wavering about it. Tan arava dominasa upachati. Referring to lust. Oh, it is a shameful. He worried about that. Dominasa upachati. Taking raga as a object, grief arises. In many ways it's possible, you see. Then another point is given. Dete asade di abhinandati. Mutual, reciprocal. One enjoys wrong view, one's wrong view. One enjoys the wrong view or delight in it, taking that wrong view as object. Lust rises. My view, my view. People also like it. That's my view. Craving, attachment is their own view. This dating arava rago upachati. Okay, one to say dating arava rago upachati. That's why dating arava deti upachati also. So, taking wrong view as a object, wrong view rises. Wrong view to wrong view. So akusala to akusala. This is also possible. Earlier, preceding and follower. Preceding and following. Not at one moment. Preceding and follower. So, vichikecha upachati. Taking deity, wrong view as a object, doubt arises. Tan arava udacha upachati. Taking that the wrong view as object, mental restlessness arises. Dominasa upachati. Taking wrong view as it is an object, grief arises. This one thing. Then like you see, choosing then vichikecha arava vichikecha upachati. In many ways. Vichikecha arava vichikecha upachati. Taking vichikecha as taking doubt as a object, doubt rises. Taking vichikecha as a object, wrong view arises. Taking vichikecha as a object, mental restlessness arises. Taking vichikecha as a object, dominasa, grief arises. In this way, you see. Then, referring to udacha. So, raga, deity, vichikecha, udacha, dominasa. One by one, in turn, used. Taking restlessness as a object. Restlessness arises. In the same way, wrong view arises, doubt arises, grief arises. Then the last one, dominasa, arava, dominasa, upachati. Taking dominus, grief as a object, grief arises. Then Rahu arises, Vichikecha arises, Odaja arises. This is aku to aku. Aku to aku. Okay? Aku to aku. This is quite a similar. There, we should go quick. Quickly, the same thing. The next move, let us move on the next point. The next point. Akutuku, opposite here. Akusalo dhammo kusala sadhamasa aramana pachayena pachayo. Unwholesome state is related to wholesome state by object condition. Unwholesome and unwholesome relate each other by object conditions. They are object condition. As a object condition is possible, not born together impossible. Born together impossible. But as a object, between them relate to each other. Relate to each other. Akusalo dhammo akusala sadhamasa. How do you understand? We explain about that. Sikha. Pahini kilese pachavakanti. We can be the kilese pachavakanti. Obi samura jaine kilese pachavakanti. Sakha. You know Sakha means Sotabana, Sakaragami, Anagami are. Go Sakha. Trainee. Candidate who are learning and apprentice. No more graduate. Not perfected. Perfect one. Sikha. Sikha. Learners or trainees. Trainees review. That is the meaning. Trainees review. Pahini kilese. Trainee reviewed the defilements which is eradicated. Trainee reviews kilesa, which is eradicated. Defilements eradicated. So, in that case, review is kusala. Review is kusala. The object is eradicated defilements is akusala. Object is akusala, subjective mind is kusala. Reviews mahakusala, no? Jnana sambayutta, mahakusala. This consciousness coming to here. Then eradicated defilements, mental defilements, akusala. Thinking about akusala. One reviews, kusala arises. Oh, I have eradicated my craving, my hatred, my delusion, my conceit, my jealousy. I already removed. thinking about, considering mental defilements which is no more. That is akusala to kusala. Okay. Sikha pahine kilise pachavakanti. Then must follow sikha. Sikha vikambite kilise pachavakanti. Pahina vikambita. Trainees reviewed mental defilements. Trainee reviewed mental defilements. Which is removed. Pahina vikambita. Vikambita. You see, this is by samadhi, some of mental defilements removed. That is not totally removed, temporarily removed. It is used with vikambita. Pahina is totally removed. You see, eradication or removing is different ways explained. Tatanga, pahina, bahana, vikambana, bahana, samucheda, bahana, patipasati, bahana, nisarana, bahana. So, eradication is five kinds accordingly. Buying kama vachara kusala. One removed his mental defilements. It is a part, partly. By samadhi or jhana, one removed mental defilements. It is off, keeping power, keeping up. That is also not totally. By the path, one eradicate mental defilements. This is totally samucheda in this way. Samucheda. Therefore, but here classified or not, must why it is used bahina vikambana, two kinds. What is the intentions are the different. Sikha bahini kilise Pachvakanti. Accordingly, it is explained accordingly. Here using essay the same things. Essay the same things. Not different things explained. I want to say Pahina Vikambita. It's mentioned the same things. So using another point, Stikha Pahine Kilite Biswakanti Vikambite Kilise Biswakanti. Both are the same. Pahina Vikambita is in other places we can say differentiate. Pahina means totally removing. Vikambita means temporarily removing. Temporary. According to Megha, not temporarily. Totally both. Tikha, Sikha, Bahine, Kilise, Pachvakanti. Vikambite, Kilise, Pachvakanti. So, trainees, reviews, mental defilements which is eradicated. Vikambite, Kilise. In that case, Vikambita Kilesa is eradicated mental defilements object. The mind with one reviews, that's a review consciousness, reviewing knowledge is kusala. Object is akusala. Popi samudra chaine kilese jananti. That is also sakha. Popi samudra chaine kilese jananti. One realize kilesa formally practice, formally rises with the hand, Yeah, addicted to be food, addicted. Samudra chaina, like a drug addict. Samudra chaina, drug addict, addicted. Samudra chaina, which has become practice, arise several times. And earlier, formally arises several times, arises with the such a kilesa, he realized. Like it. One reviews jealousy, which is arises several times with the hand. Popi samudra chaine kilese jananti. That is a sikha. Then this one, sikha wa puthojana wa akusala anicca do dukkha do anatta do vipassanti. The trainees or puthojana or persons practice insight into impermanency, suffering, impersonality of the kusala, akusala. So that is the meaning. Sikha or puthojana meditate akusala, unwholesome state, as anicca dukkha anatta. That is. It is one's meditation object is akusala. Akusala also meditation object, you see. Whatever akusala rises, okay, must keep Use as a meditation object. Use as a meditation object. As a anicca dukkha anatta. Therefore, meditation masters instruct whatever be a note, whatever be a note, kusala or akusala, whatever may be note. Realize to know. Sleepy, sleepy, one to say. When you sleep. Hungry, hungry, so you see. So whatever appeared is noted. That is called, Sikhawa, Buddhajanawa, Akusalan, Anicca do, Dukkha do, Anatta do, Vipassati. Trainee or Buddhajana meditate akusala. Akusala citta or raga dosa moha as a anicca, dukkha, anatta. In that case, akusala is object, vipassana is kusala. Akusala is object, vipassana is kusala. Akusala to kusala. Citto priya jnane na akusala citta samengesa cittam jhananti. Here, Sikhawa Buddhajanawa must follow. Sikhawa Buddhajanawa must follow. By the knowledge of penetration into others' mind. By knowledge of penetration into others' mind, Citto priya jnanena. They knows citta. They knows citta of others with the unwholesome state. Citta of others. This citta is akusala citta. Akusala citta. So kusala to akusala. Akusala khanda cittapriya jnanasa. Akusala khanda cittapriya jnanasa. So unwholesome aggregates are related to the knowledge of penetration into others' mind. By object condition. In the same way, akusala khanda bhave nivasa nusati jnanasa. The knowledge of remembrance of past existence. The knowledge of remembrance of past existence. The wholesome aggregate is related to the knowledge of remembrance of past existence by object condition. Akusala khanda yatha kamubhaka jnanasa. Unwholesome aggregate is related to the knowledge of rebirth according to karma. The knowledge of rebirth according to karma by object condition. Akusala khanda anagatansa jnanasa. The unwholesome aggregate is related to the knowledge of future existence by object condition. So in that case, akutuku. Let us move on next point. Akutubhya. Akusalo dhammo vyagadasa dhammasa aramana pacayena pacayo. unwholesome state is related to indeterminate state by object condition. In that case, object is akusala, subjective mind is abhyagata. So, referring to that, mostly arahat. Araha pahine kilese pachvakanti. Yeah. The arahant reviews mental defilements which is eradicated. Araha pahine kilese vikamati. Pachvakati. Let me explain the formalize. Yeah. According to the Dhamma Ayaka, I must read commentary here. Very strange. You see, akusala dhammo kusalasa dhammasa aravana pachena pacho. And that former by Sakha Pahine Kilese Pachvakanti. That is a Pahina Kilesa. We can be the Kilese. In that case, its opposite meaning is used here. Why it is used? I must read the commentary, but not yet here. We can be there is many places we can be there also. No? Off. Removed. But here has translations also use that uneradicated. It is a translation. Must be, if it aren't, it's apahine, must be clearly apahine. But here translated uneradicated. We can be the uneradicated. Very strange. This very strange. The Ayaka also mentioned how we can be there. For example, Sotabadi Mega, by Sotabadi Mega, you see, Deity Vichikecha, wrong view and doubts eradicated. The other kilesa has not eradicated. So both want to say. If you say, why is not said Bahine Apahine? But here use Bahine Vikambiti. Maybe, I think, just now that the opinions arises within me. Vikambita means Sotapati Mega is totally removed, is deity Vichikecha. It's okay. Round view and doubt, totally removed. Raga, dosa, the other mental defilements are temporarily removed, partly removed, not totally. Maybe we can be partly removed, referring to. Deity Vichikecha is totally removed pahina, but not with the negative. Here is a negative. Uneradicated is negative. With the negative. Eradicated totally, eradicated partly. So, how to understand partly is, for example, Sotabadi Mega is removed, the craving, partly removed, craving, partly, that is lead to woeful state. Such a craving is removed, but which lead to blissful states, not eradicated. Not eradicated. Eradicated to lead woeful state is totally removed. So, partly removed. A part of attachment, a part of craving eradicated, another part is remain. So that is called Vikambita. If you refer to that meaning, is what's also okay, possible. Because of Vikambita means not totally one, not permanently, not exactly, somehow, just removed, just keep it far. So, Pahina is totally removed. Vikambita means partly removed. But meanings must be removed, eradicated. But here used with the negative, uneradicated. Myanmar translations also pe mape with the negative, pe mape. So very strange. If you say in this way, it maybe was also suitable. Okay? So it can be done. In my mind, that is so strange. What can be done is not eradicated. Uneradicated. Never find such words without negative. Pahina, apahina. Used. Pahine kilese se cha pachavakati wana. Makam plancha nivanam pachavakati pandito. Hine kilese se cha. Pahina se sa. Used in this way. Pahina, apahina. Vikambita, avikambita. Used in this way. So, I must read what is a commentary note about that. Okay. And let us go back to the point. Akusalo Dhammo Abhyagatasa Dhammasa Aramana Pachena Pacheyo Araha Kili Pahini Kili Se Pachwakanti. Here goes to remember here, not Araha Vikambiti, not coming here. No, only Pahini Kilisi Pachavakanti, not a Vikambiti Kilisi, not coming to be here. So, Araha has no Vikambita, totally removed, not a partly removed. So, Araha Pahini Kilese Pachavakanti. Arahas reviews the defilements that is eradicated. That is the object condition. Here, because of Araha Pachavakanti. Raha review. With the review, it review Mahagariya Abhyagata. Araha reviewed this reviewing consciousness is functional, abhyagata, indeterminate. But Pahina Kilesa, eradicated defilements is akusala. So object is akusala, review, knowledge is indeterminate, functional, indeterminate. So akusala to abhyagata. The same way, Pope Samura Jaine Kilese Chanadi. Arahan realized Kilesa formally arises within him. In that case, the Kilesa formally arises within him is akusala. Realizing is kusala. Abhyagata, sorry. Arahan sa abhyagata. So akusala to abhyagata. Araha akusala anicca do dukkha do anatta do vipasati. Subject, all subjects must be raha here. Araha. Vipasati. So arahant meditate akusala. Not a formally practice, no? In his life, formally practice. Not a presently akusala remain within arahant. Arahant meditate akusala object as a anicca dukkha anatta. Here also akutubhya. Chittapriya jnanena akusala citta samengeta cittan chanati. Yeah, chanati also araha. Araha realize the citta of which is akusala. Citta of which citta is akusala by the knowledge of penetration of others' mind. By the knowledge of penetration of others' mind. So here, realizing with kriya, object is akusala. Then, sikhawa puthojanawa akusala anicca do dukkha do anatta do vipassanti kusale nirodhe vipako dharamanata upajjati. That is the point. So, kusale nirodhe, want to explain. So, trainees of puthojana meditate akusala as a anicca dukkha anatta. When seized that kusala, the resultant consciousness come into being as a dharamana, retentive function as a dharamana. So that is kusala to akusala to abhyagata. Okay, akutu abhyagata. After object is akusala, then akusala asadeti vinanati tan arava rago upajati dethi upajati vijikecha upajati oraja upajati domanasa upajati. This is not, this is earlier state. Akusale nirodhe vipako dharamanata upajati. That is me. Okay. So one enjoys one's tikha puthojana. Trainees and all puthojana enjoys akusala and a delight in it. Taking akusala as a object, craving rises, wrong view rises, doubt rises, restlessness arises, grief arises. When sees the akusala, that is akusala, the resultant consciousness come into being as a dharamana, retentive consciousness. So, here also, Javana's object is akusala. After dharamana is abhyagata. Then akusala khanda chittapriya jnanasa. This is also arahant. Unwholesome aggregate is related to the knowledge, penetration of others' mind by object condition. So object is akusala. Knowledge is abhyagata. Yeah. The same way, akusala khanda Pobe nivasa nostri jnanasa. Unwholesome aggregate is related to the knowledge, remembrance is former life. Is former life, object condition. The next one, akusala khanda yatha kamupaka jnanasa aramana pacchena paccha. Unwholesome aggregates is related to the knowledge of reward according to karma by object conditions. Next one, and the last one, akusala khanda anagadansa jnanasa. Nagadansa jnanasa aramana pacchena pacchayo. Whose unwholesome aggregate is related to the knowledge of future part. The knowledge of future part. The akusala khanda awachana ya aramana pacchena pacchayo. Unwholesome aggregate is related to attentive consciousness. adverting consciousness by object conditions. So this is akusala to jagada. So akusala to jagada. Regarding to akusala's finish, we have completed 6 points now regarding to object conditions. So in detail explained, you see, in detail, what is possible. The Panyawara is very interesting. Investigation chapters. How to relate each other. So conditional relations. Is okay. Let me stop here.